I would trade Noah Dobson for Cole Caufield. And I love Cole. Don't get me wrong. I love Cole Caufield. But that's what it may take to get a guy like Noah Dobson. Welcome to episode 25 of the Barely Onside Podcast with your hosts, Jonny G and Pelly. How you doing, man?
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How's your week been, man?
Been busy, man. Been working away. So a little quiet time, but a lot of mental notes for work. So it's been busy. How about you, man?
Pretty good. Pretty busy. We got family here, so it's a full house. We got I got the niece and the nephew here, so it's a little wild around here, but we're having a good time, man. We're having a good time for sure. Took the kids to Disney on Ice last night, though.
How was that?
It was awesome. Have you ever been?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it's even about. So.
Yes, basically it was at the Canadian Tire Center, so where the Ottawa Senators play, and the kids so they were up past their bedtimes. It was at 7:00. The show was at 7:00, so obviously the kids were way up above past their bedtime. But yeah, basically it was just like, I think it was like 7 or 8 stories. There was Moana. Cool. Frozen, and they just like little ice skits, and just kind of pretty amazing though. Entertaining for me, entertaining for the kids, obviously, but it was fun, man. Really enjoyed it. It was kind of the first time that we took the family out as a foursome in that kind of setting. You know what I mean? Usually it's something like that. One of us has to stay home with the kids, or Caitlin's going with somebody else, or whatever It is. But like, this was kind of, the first kind of show that we got to go to as a family. So it was fun, man. It was a lot of fun. I know the girls had fun. Lexi, awesome, obviously, man. Lexi had a great time. Marley was more, she had a good time. She was singing along to like "Let It Go, Let It Go." She was doing all that. She knows all those songs, but she was getting a little bit antsy by the near the end. So, but it was fun. It was a good time. How was the family? You guys feeling better?
Yeah, I'd say everyone's doing pretty well. I'm kind of having a last couple hours, just headache, just tired, big week, but everyone's doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. Good.
Yeah.
How's the family with you?
They're good, man. Everyone's healthy for that doesn't happen all the time, but everyone's healthy for now, and
embrace it.
Yeah, we'll embrace it. Dude, you watching the Super Bowl this weekend?
Yes, I'm cheering for the Eagles because, as a Flyer fan, Eagles fan, Birds fan, their team's looking pretty good. I'm looking forward to it, man. That defense they got, it's gonna be good.
Good.
Yeah.
So you're cheering for Philly over Taylor Swift? I mean the Kansas City Chiefs.
It's Philly against the refs is what it's gonna be against. Yeah.
You think so? Have you
Philly
seen
against the refs?
Have you seen those? I don't know what kind of reporter it is, but it's obviously like a parody. But it's like I think it's like legit.
Yes,
but
and I love it.
Isn't it good?
I love it. It's hilarious.
One of them was like, "What do you love more? Do you love Taylor Swift more, or the Phantom 15-yard Phantom calls that you get, or something like that?" It was funny.
Yeah,
he was like, "I'm not answering that question." Yeah, I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is?
I don't, man. I don't follow it. I just see it online.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, man.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. It'll see. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Who's playing for the Who's playing the halftime show?
No clue. Is it Kendrick Lamar? Maybe.
Yeah.
That's my guess. I'm not sure. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn. I think I'm gonna go for the Eagles. I don't mind the Chiefs, but the Chiefs just been doing it way too much as of late. And I'm a Bills fan. I'm not a huge football guy in general, but I do love the Bills.
Josh Allen, man, you can just see like how sad he was, and like year after year, it's like he was so close. And the Bills have never had a Super Bowl, so I would have loved to see the Bulls win. That'd
Bills,
be pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Bills.
The Bills.
The Bills. The Bills. Yep.
The Buffalo Bulls. Who's Michael Jordan.
Next year, man. Next year, hopefully.
Next year. It just continues to be the same story, right? Like they keep losing
It seems that
to
way.
these dang Chiefs. So it's too bad. It's too bad, but whatever. What can you do? Moving on. I don't love football. I think, I do like the Bills. I like watching them in the playoffs and catch the odd game here and there, but I'm not a huge fan. But I will watch it probably. I'll have it on. Anyways,
Absolutely.
Let's move on to hockey, to the sport that I really do love. A very strong passion for this sport.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's start with Habs. I think we did Philly last time, and
what's going on, man?
Going to Montreal. Okay, what's going on? That's a good question. I mean,
Yeah.
they've got 1 win in their last 7 games, so it's things are going a little different than they have been. We had a really good stretch for a little bit, and now it's just, it's been sad. Honestly, just makes me want to cry. But whatever. I think tonight maybe we'll focus on the top line though, because the top line has not been playing very well. They've been great all season for the most part. I mean, Slav hasn't always played on the top line. He's obviously struggling. He's always had he's had a lot of moments where he's struggled. Lately, all 3 of them are struggling. Over the past 5 games, Nick Suzuki, no goals, 2 assists. Cole Caufield, Uri Slavkovsky, they've combined for 2 goals and 4 points. So obviously just not good enough. I mean, it's one of those things, man, and it's cliche, but your best players have to be your best players. And if they're not your best players, you're probably not going to win too many games, right? So, I think, they're the engine of the team. And if they're going, the team's going. If they're not going, the team's not going. It's simple as that. So I wish they were playing better, but they're not. We just need more out of them. Suzuki, another call out to you. We need you to be better. Slav, need you to start playing like you did at the end of the season last year, because you've had a lot of ups and downs this year. And Cole, I mean, you've been pretty consistent all year. So, and I mean, Suzuki
he's catching
has
up
too. They've both been really
Cole's
consistent.
catching up.
Yeah, it's just lately we just need more out of that line as a whole. I can't really pinpoint Cole. Cole's been he's been playing really well. The other 2 just need to pick it up just a little bit, man. Just not good enough. Good, but not good enough. And it's shown in the win column. They're not the only problem though. Not the only problem. We talked about this last time. Not on a pod, but we did this off.
What is it? Who's the problem?
Patty.
Is the
good old Patty.
Yeah.
Patty Laine.
Lazy guy.
Patrik Laine. Just been a complete disaster. 0 goals in his last 8 games, 3 assists, and is a -6. His ice time is being cut big time right now. He played just over 11 minutes, 11:33 to be exact, in their 6-3 loss to the LA Kings on Wednesday. That was the lowest ice time he's had this year. Wow. But it's been cut. They cut, over the last 4 or 5 games, he's really cut his ice time, because 5-on-5, man, there's not much going on there. Not much going on. And dude, I'm listening to these Winnipeg Jet fans, and they're like, yeah, that's Patrik for you. That's who he is. Yeah.
He's just lazy or what? Or just has no get up and go?
Yeah, I think so.
That's too bad, man. It's too bad. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's tough to hear that. Obviously, he was doing so well, right? So, I mean, he kind of reminds me of Kevin Hayes, just a tall 6'5" guy. Doesn't look like he tries too hard. But when he tries, it seems like he can score. I don't know.
Yeah, like elite. I mean, he's got elite skills, man. He does. But I mean,
the skills, man.
But the only thing we've seen from him is his shot, on the power play. That's basically all we've seen from him. Other than that, hasn't offered much to this team. And when you're winning and when he's scoring goals and the team's, sitting in a playoff spot and things are going really well, then I mean, we kind of looked over his 5-on-5 play. We kind of gave him the benefit of the doubt. We were just like, oh, whatever. I mean, It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's gotten terrible, but it wasn't terrible. Even when he was scoring, like he was playing okay 5-on-5. It wasn't hurting the team. Now it's hurting the team where he's just not back checking. He's giving the puck away. He's making bad passes. It's just there's not much there, man. It's not much there. It's big lazy. We'll call him big lazy.
It's just wild. When I look on your roster, he's got 10 power play goals. It's incredible. It's
unreal.
Yeah, man. Cole Caufield has 8, which is great, But just for the amount that Patrik has played, he's got 10 power play goals. It's like, dude, you got all the tools in the toolbox. Like, come on,
Yeah.
It's such a waste.
It is. It's so. You know what, man?
I hope
but
he
it's
picks
just
it up.
like
I hope he picks it up. I hope he can pull it together.
I hope so too, right? And like that's like kind of the hope, but like listening to these Jets fans, they're like, no, this is Patrik Laine. Like he's not gonna change. Like you're not gonna see him bounce back. It's gonna be, you might for a couple games, or he might get hot again, but like long term, it's just like up and down, up and down. You go through stretches where he's just not just invisible, but he's hurting the team. He's very visible in a really bad way. So I feel for him, man.
I wonder how his morale is, How, like, what does he bring? And, like, what kind of energy does he bring to him, Is he a happy guy? Does he bring the team up? Does he bring the team down, Especially when you're in a slump. I wonder how he is. Because that's huge, right? So...
Yeah, that's a great point, man. Like, that's a great point. Because he seems like the kind of guy who might... kind of, start blaming everyone else.
Yeah.
But do you remember? Okay, remember early in the season though. Remember early in the season before the season started, and when he got injured, and I was just like, Patrik Laine. Like I don't feel like going through this year with him. Like I just don't. I don't trust that he's gonna provide what everyone thinks he's gonna provide, or what you know. And I was just skeptical of just having him in the locker room, having him on the team. And it's just like now we're starting to see maybe why. Maybe there's a little cause for concern. But I hope he turns it around. But I don't know. There's some people who are like, he's coming off injuries. He's still trying to get back and blah, blah, blah. But I don't buy it. We'll see. Give him some time. But like, I don't know. Like he's playing, right? Like, and Patrik Laine is not the kind of guy who's going to play through pain, or so it seems like. So if he was hurt, he'd probably not be playing. So I feel like he's healthy.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
But
I mean you're still trying to chase that spot, right? So yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I hope we can we're 6 points back at this point, but a big weekend.
You can still do it, man. You can still do it.
I think if we can just kind of we can stay close, like we're not playing well. We can stay within that range of 4, 5, 6 points, then maybe at some point we can go on another heater. And, other teams are going to drop off. It looks like Ottawa might be slumping a little bit. I think they've lost, if not 3, at least 2. They've lost a couple games against important teams they're chasing or teams they're competing with. So, Ottawa slipped out of 3rd place in the Atlantic, are now sitting in the wild card. So, I don't know. I think we're going to see that throughout the rest of the season. We're going to see teams who have gone hot go cold. Kind of like what Montreal did. Detroit's really good at doing that, being hot then going cold.
Yeah.
Ottawa's done it this season, hot, cold. So, if some of these teams can get cold, Montreal get hot, then you never know. You never know.
Yeah, you got Jersey, Tampa Bay, Ottawa, Hurricanes, and the Sharks. So
those are our next.
Yeah.
That's what we have.
That's 5? That's the rest of your February. Yeah, so you got three tough matches for sure.
Yeah, 3 important ones. Yeah,
Jersey, Ottawa. It could be 4 tough matches. Tampa Bay's been picking it up too, right? So,
they have.
Yeah. Good luck,
dude. Are they playing in Tampa? Is Ottawa? They're playing in Ottawa, aren't they? Montreal, Ottawa in February.
Yeah, it says in Ottawa. Yeah.
Oh man, I'd love to go to that game. I would absolutely love going to that game.
Actually, I can't tell. How do you tell? Oh, never mind. It says it's at.
Yeah,
you're all the way.
Verse and at.
Yeah.
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 So
all the way this month.
So really, So I guess we're in Ottawa. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll go.
So.
Maybe I'll go to that game. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, Ottawa, I think you're at home. Yeah.
Yeah, so a couple things I wanted to talk to or touch on. There has been rumors. I mean, no, it's been being reported. A couple of it's being reported that the Habs are looking to add a young center. Okay.
I hear that.
And they've shown interest in 3 in particular. I don't know. I think Casey Middlestat was more of a last year kind of inquiry. And I think that's when he was in Buffalo. But apparently they're interested in Dylan Cousins, Casey Middlestat, and Trevor Zegras. Obviously, all 3 centers have struggled with consistency this season, so none of them are really having great years. Cousins, 10 goals, 16 assists, 53 games. Middlestat, 9 goals, 23 assists, in 57 games. He's playing tonight too, I believe, so that those numbers could change. We are Friday night. Is that right? Friday night. And then Zegras, 6 goals, 9 assists in 31 games. So they're all struggling. I mean, Middlestat had a really good year last year, right when they for Buffalo, and that's when they traded him 1-for-1 for Byram. Was it Bowen Byram? Yeah, Bowen Byram.
Bowen,
Yeah, I always thought he was kind of a soft hockey player. I watched a lot of him in Buffalo and wasn't a huge fan. Just a little soft, in my opinion. Zegras is obviously a little soft. I don't think he's got too much grit to his game. And, I mean, his confidence level seems to be pretty low right now.
Yeah, and he's never healthy. He's always hurt. That's kind of what I mean. And then I think Cousins is probably your best bet, but I feel like everyone's going after Cousins right now. I mean, you got Calgary too, right? So
Detroit wants him.
Detroit, yeah. No, and he stays pretty healthy for the most part, right? So
yeah, he does. I like Cousins. Cousins would be my number one, but he comes with the big ticket though. He comes with the big ticket though. He's got a 7x7. I think it's 7x7, something like that. And he's still got like 5 years left or 6 years left on that deal. So I mean,
yeah, it's not worse than Sean Couturier's contract with 5 left at 7.75. So
yeah, no, that's true for zero production. Oh, no, he's yeah, that's kind of funny. But yeah, I don't know, like Cousins, it's probably far fetched. I mean, I don't think Montreal has a lot to offer in terms of like. Because I think, like we said before, I think Buffalo's looking for someone who can step in and be ready and contribute in the same kind of fashion, if not better, obviously, than Dylan Cousins. So I don't know if Montreal's got that roster player. I don't think we have that. We could supply prospects. We could supply first-round draft picks, whatever. We could do all that. I don't think we have enough roster players that we're willing to move because I feel like everyone we have now is part of the future kind of. And
right.
There's no one really to give up there, but
yeah, probably Kirby Dach, probably. So
yeah, Kirby Dach makes the most sense, but then it's just like he hasn't done enough either. Where like, does Buffalo really want to? Do they want Kirby Dach? He hasn't really done much for Montreal.
Yeah,
good little player. If he can reach his potential.
Find his game.
Yeah, reach his potential. Yeah. But I kind of want Dach too, though. I'd like to have
for sure.
Suzuki, Cousins, and then maybe Dach as either a winger or have him as a third line center, which I think he's kind of more made for a third line center role, kind of like a Jordan Staal. Like just once he starts winning faceoffs, you know what I mean? Yeah, just defensive stud, doesn't produce too many points, but he's just takes big faceoffs. Dach doesn't take he sucks at faceoffs, but. I'm sure he'll get there one day. Something that RG Media, I've just learned of these guys, but they're really good. They it's Marco D'Amico, and he actually covers the Flyers and the Canadiens, which is kind of funny. But he's a really well respected guy, and he's got his sources, and so he's pretty legit. Noah Dobson, they say he is on the market.
Yep,
6'4". 200 pounds, right-handed defenseman. He's injured right now, but in 46 games, he has 6 goals, 18 assists, and is a -8. But he averages 24 minutes a game, and he has averaged 24 for the last couple of years. And we all know last year he had a career high in points with 70 points, 10 goals, 60 assists, which is huge. He was a +12. And like I said, 24 minutes a night.
That's pretty good.
Obviously a stud.
Yeah.
I don't know why they'd want to get rid of
Reliable.
him. Why would they want to get rid of him?
I don't know. That's weird because I feel New York's kind of battling too. I feel like, right? So I don't know. They were on a hot streak. I think they won like 5 in a row at one point, like a couple weeks back. So
Yeah.
they're in it too, right? They're like what, 3 points out, 4 points out. So yeah, I don't know why I want to get rid of him, but unless they're making a trade. So
Yeah, they got one more year. He's got one more year on the deal after this year. So I would still think he's restricted free agent. I don't think he's old. I don't think he's that old. Like, he can't be more than, 23, 24. Like, he's not 27.
he's that young, eh?
I believe so. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Is he? Did I see him in the Memorial Cup one year?
No way.
But yeah,
Let's take a look
he's
at
not
him.
that young. Sorry, he's not that old. He's pretty young still.
Yeah, so let's take a look here. Yeah, he's 25.
25. Okay. So I still,
25.
yeah. So I still think, I don't think he's a free agent. He may be at the end of the year next year. I'm not sure, but either way, maybe he doesn't want to re-sign there. Maybe they think that he might not want to come back. But dude, so they're looking for a goal scorer, right? They're looking for a goal scorer, and I know a lot of Habs fans, a lot of Habs fans probably wouldn't agree with what I'm about to say. But I'm just going through the roster, right? And people are talking, and they're like, "Oh, what could we give for Noah Dobson?" Right? And they're thinking, "Oh, Joshua Waugh, who's in Laval, first round draft pick, Reinbacher, Owen Beck, Kirby Doc, blah blah blah." The list goes on and on. But I mean, none of them are established goal scorers.
Yeah.
The only goal scorer that I see available for Montreal would be Cole Caufield. I would trade Noah Dobson for Cole Caufield. Am I crazy
Really?
to say that?
Well, I mean, but Dobson's more of a playmaker, not a goal scorer.
He's a defenseman,
So, yeah,
the number one defenseman.
yeah.
What's harder? What is a harder void to fill? Your number one defenseman or a top winger like Cole Caufield?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's not an offensive defenseman like you would say, Makar is or Lane Hudson, though, would you?
70 points last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
And he's good defensively. They say he's
Yeah.
he's a good shutdown guy too. So like,
Yeah, I know. I
you're
was looking
getting
at
the whole
stats.
package, right? You're getting the whole
Yeah.
package. And I love Cole. Don't get me wrong. I love Cole Caufield, but that's what it may take to get a guy like Noah Dobson. But that
I don't know,
mean,
man. But you got to score goals, but you have to score goals. You lose your goal scorer.
Well, here's my second plan. I have a couple plans. I have a couple ideas.
Yeah.
So one, you trade Noah Dobson for Cole Caufield straight up, and then in the summer, go big game hunting, right? And go get that Rantanen, go get that 50 goal scorer. See if you can do that, right? Replace him with a big time free agent, because you're looking for top 6 players, right? And I mean, we already have like maybe one too many. So, I mean, there's that option. The second option is another trade. So instead of just trading 1-for-1, you could trade Cole Caufield. You could trade Logan Mailloux and a first round draft pick. And you could send that to New York Islanders to go get Noah Dobson and Matthew Barzal. Boom. Top six forward. And Barzal replaces Cole Caufield scoring. Not to the same degree, but he's
Yeah.
awesome player too, right? And then you get Noah Dobson, your number one defenseman.
Yeah, man. You should just be the new GM. You got all these plans. I don't know, man. I like Cole. But, yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I don't know. I feel like he jives well with the boys. I don't know if Dobson would be that guy. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that? You think that would work?
Yeah, I mean, I think Cole. Yeah,
I think he brings a lot to the team, man. I think he brings a lot of energy and morale to the team. You just feel like smaller guys are so hyped up. They get the team riled up. And I feel like Dobson's not that guy. You know? But that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hate to see Cole go. No question about it. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, he is a small player, right? If you could replace him with someone a little bigger, even of like 3/4 of his production, a 30 goal scorer, and then because you think you still have Demidov coming to next year, right? So like, he's gonna turn into the big. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. I was just, your defense core is gonna be stacked. Like Reinbacher coming up. Matheson's good. He makes errors. But then you have Hudson, good. Carrier, he puts points up too. I feel like you're pretty good on the D. I feel like you should keep that goal score. But I'll let you get shit on by your fans on that one there. But it's not bad, man. Though. I hear you.
I look at a world. I look at a world where our defense looks like Hudson. In your top four would be Hudson, Noah Dobson, Reinbacher, and Gooley. Top four. And then on the bottom, you got Jack-Eye, Logan Mailloux. I mean, unless you trade Mailloux for Dobson, but I mean, it looks good there to me. And then forward, like, hey, look at it this way. Like, without Cole, okay, and without Barzal, okay, we still have top six. It would still be like Suzuki, Slav, Demidov, Doc. I don't know. Maybe we'd miss up too much.
Well, I think you'd be really off in the cap space as well, though.
We're gonna have so much cap space, though. Like, I was listening to someone, I think it was Arpin Basu of the Athletic, covers the Habs, and he says, like, in 2 years, like 2026 or something, we'll have like $50 million in cap space.
Oh, spend. Clean living.
Yeah, so maybe that might be the time where we actually go and do something. But
Hudson's going to be probably 8 to 10 million.
You think so? His first contract? First contract, 8 to 10?
I'm going to say 8 for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, guaranteed. He has to be. I mean, the guy's got, 41 points? It's his first year. Yeah, he's just getting started. I think he's going to be at least 8. What's McCarr making?
I think he's in the 7s or 8s right now.
That's it, eh?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm too high. Maybe I'm
No,
high.
I don't think you're too high. No, you're in the
just
good
because
range,
I know the cap space is going. I know everything's going up, so I think guys are going to want to raise, right? So, but yeah, that kid's going to be scoring 80+ points for sure.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's actually who I was thinking. It's actually Quinn Hughes who's not. I think he's getting paid in the 7s. But these guys are going to be making, 12, 13, 14 soon? So, yeah, I think 8 for Hudson, that's not far-fetched. I think you might be spot on. It's just going to be a matter, are they going to do that on his first? Like, is it going to be another Cole Caufield scenario where it's their first contract, or Slav? First
Slav, what, 7, 8? What's Slav?
8 years, I believe. It's 7 something.
And that's high too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like entry level contract finished, then sign the big ticket.
Locked him in.
Yeah, so they'll probably do that with Laine too. I would say 7 to 8. I think that's reasonable for Laine Hudson.
I think so. Yeah, you want to keep that guy, right? So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's no. Yeah, he's the future for sure. All right. Anyways, enough of Montreal. I think we touched on a lot there. Let's go to Philly. How you feeling with the Phillies, man?
Oh man, up and down. Just we're finally scoring goals past 2 games, so that's a plus. You have Abels, Rodrigo helping out Maffei there. Delory's been back, so they're playing better with him in the lineup. But yeah, I mean, it's just tough seeing like Sean Couturier. Like, how many goals has he had in 30 games? What did you put in there?
He's got 3 goals in his last 30.
3 goals.
Games. Is that
That's
what
awful,
that is?
man. Awful. Right?
1 goal in his last 20. Yeah, 3 goals in his last 31 games.
They're just missing the pucks, and it's just not having that puck luck. And goaltending's been pretty good. They're not taking stupid penalties. There's a few questionable calls by the refs in the last game, which was kind of tough, but it was a battle. Yeah, Matvey's, he got 2 goals yesterday, almost had the Mishi. That would have been sick. That would have been just epic to get the hat trick against Ovi. But no, it is what it is. They're losing. They've lost, 5 in a row? Once in OT. So, yeah, 1 point in the last 5 games. It sucks. But, yeah, if we're tanking, we're tanking. It is what it is, right? So, but hey, there's 29 games left for us. Maybe 28.
Is that yeah, something like that. That's
crazy, man. Yeah, so hopefully we can come back after. I think we play Pittsburgh tomorrow, and I think that's our last game until the Four Nations. So
really, okay,
yeah,
nice to get a win there, but
it would be.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh played good tonight too. So they beat the Rangers, I think 4-3. So
yeah, I think it was 3-2 maybe. I think
is it 3-2? Yeah,
I think so.
It's 3-2 or 4-3. Yeah, one of the two. But yeah, no, it is what it is. We're battling injuries. Paling's out. Tippett's out. Yeah, but hey, we got Kuzi in the lineup for next game.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about them. Obviously, some finally good news, right? Because they finally arrived in Philadelphia today, and they should be ready, like you said, Saturday. Was it last night?
Last night during the game, they were with Johnny Briere and Jonesy.
Oh, right.
Up in the box.
Oh, good. Yeah, so they should be ready to go tomorrow, like you said.
Yeah, man. Just hearing all the fan base from the Flames, it seems like Pelletier was well liked in the lineup. Listen to him. He's just like he's a dog with a bone. He likes to go out, makes the hits. He's kind of seems like the complete player, but it sounds like he'll be fun to watch. All my friends said he's awesome. Yeah, he tries really, really hard. So it'll be good, man.
Yeah, kind of funny to see that. Have you ever seen that where they trade for a couple players or trade for a player and it's over a week, almost a week? It was a week, right? It was 7-8 days.
It was a week.
I've never seen that before,
hockey.
Man.
They didn't practice or nothing. So, yeah, and they're stuck in Toronto, of all places.
Yeah, they were flown to Toronto, waited there. Just a weird kind of thing where you have Morgan Frost and Joel Farabee just, having a great time in Calgary, doing their thing, playing pretty well. And then, Philly just kind of already facing a ton of injuries. And now you're out these guys. And what was it the other day? I forget what was the game before Washington where Tortorella was just I'm not even mad. I'm not even upset with my guys because we just don't have the matchups. They're trying.
Yeah, he basically says we don't have
a lineup.
We don't have the players to play against the teams that we're playing against. But yeah, it's as simple as that. But we are a rebuilding team. But yeah, I mean, I think they anticipated a few players to step up this year. Tippett being one of them. Couturier, producing more goals, more offense, but. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, man. So.
Yeah, is this the rebuild for sure now? Is this?
Man, I have no idea. It seems like Briere said he's going to be, hunting in the off season, making offers. So whether that happens, I don't know. I think we're going to be sellers at the deadline, right? So we'll see, man. It's yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've lost faith in Briere or just trust the process at this point. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know.
It's do I want to be depressed and and complain about him, or do I want to be happy and just trust him?
Yeah,
faith in him.
I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I find it very interesting, and we've talked about this off air too. Like, it's just, I don't know what that is. I just don't know. Like, I don't know if I don't know. I don't know when the rebuild started. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, and I'm confused as like he's getting cap space right now. Now he's trying to gather cap space. And then he's going to go big name hunting. And it's like, you need that number one center. You haven't addressed it in the last 2-3 years. And now you're putting all your marbles into finding a number one center this summer.
Yeah, man.
And like,
That's
you're going to do it
crazy.
through free agency, or you're going to do it through offer sheet. Are you going to do this through a trade? Because like right now, like you kind of, do you have anyone to trade for a number one center?
No, we don't.
Like you have Scott Lawton. Do you have?
Well, yeah, man, you're not going to get
That's
a
what I
number
mean.
one center with Scott Lawton. Maybe Scott Lawton and Risto.
That's not going to get you a number one center either, though.
No, yeah, you'd have to throw in Luchenko. You'd have to throw in probably. Well, you already gave up Frost and Farabee, so I mean, Frost was decent at faceoffs too. He just needed a change, so he's gonna do well. But yeah, I don't know, man. I look at the roster and like I don't know who's your core moving forward. I can name a couple, but man, this has totally changed from the beginning of the season. You know?
Yeah, like on
Yeah.
let's play that. Like on defense, who's your core on defense? Like if you name me
Sanheim, York, Risto, and Drysdale. So
that's
and
three.
then you have Sealer. And Sealer's your stay at home, right? But he's signed I think for 2 more years, maybe 3. Yeah, and the sixth guy would be the floating Johnston, and then you have Zamula, right? So
Yeah, and then what's his name too? Emile Andre.
yeah, they call him Email.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forrester gave him
saw
that name. Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, man, I don't know. He's all right, but like I said, we're such a small. Like you already have Drysdale, like he's 5'11". You have Cam York, I think he's 5'11". And then you have Email, who I think he's like 5'9", 5'8". Moves the puck well, but like, do you want that to be your core? Like I think you need a little more size, just a little more grit, you know. But
Yeah. And then on forward,
trust the process.
Trust the process, or go crazy.
Trust the process.
Or go crazy.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
as a forward group, who's the core on the forward group? Obviously, Maffei.
Yeah, TK, Matvey, Tippett. Then obviously, I mean, Couturier is locked in. Then you have Forster for sure isn't going anywhere. Paling, I think they got him for another year, but that's it. I don't know. I don't know. So
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad. Doesn't seem too bad. I mean, you got some.
yeah, and
pieces there, for
Luchenko
sure.
will be up with us next year. I feel like so.
And then Bonk too, or Bonk probably go in the AHL
Bonk.
still too.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
See how
That's a
Cam
great
goes.
question.
I guess. See how Cam goes.
It's a great question. Yeah. I think he's got all the tools. I think he might just. I think this year might be his last year.
How
I
old
don't-
is
I
he?
can't
Is
see
he
him-
going on 20, or is he 20 yet? Or because I think you have to be
He's
20.
turning 20.
Because you have
He's
to
turning 20.
Okay, because you have to be 20 to play in the AHL.
Yeah.
So that means
Yeah, so-
so that means Jet Luchenko has to make the team next year, right? I don't think he'll be
Yeah, or
20
he's going to
either,
the A.
right? Or he goes back to
Well,
junior
He can.
because you have to be 20 to play in the AHL. If I'm correct, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you're right. So he's 19. He's 18.
Yeah.
So
So it's either
So
either Flyers
Another
or
year.
junior. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, man, it'll be interesting. Just trust the process, right? Just got to trust that process. Danny Briere says, right? So
That's what he's saying.
that's what he says, man. And I wish I didn't have this migraine headache because I would just be a lot more aggressive and say a lot of things right now, but I'm just coasting.
Yeah.
Letting you take the show, John.
You know what?
Thank you.
That's okay. That's okay. You know what?
That is
We're just
okay.
happy to have you. Happy to have you.
Absolutely, brother. No, it's fun. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Good times. Good times.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, I think the big elephant in the room is Sean Couturier. Like, he's locked in for another 5 years. That's $7.75 million. Just a stupid contract. Just
What
was it? Hextall that did that? I think it was Hextall.
Was it? What are they gonna? Yeah. What are they gonna do with him though? Like what? They can't wait this out. They can't wait the 5 years out, can they?
No, man.
They could bury him in the minors.
You might have to just. I would trade him and eat half of his contract. That's what I would do. I would trade him and eat half. That's your best scenario. Get rid of him. Eat half, and that's why I was shocked why they made him captain, because I think it's such a disappointment when you give someone a C for your franchise and then you have to get rid of him. It's just bad juju, you know. I think they should have made TK the captain. You know, he's young, he's got all the tools. Coots is great, man. It's just he knows he's struggling. Everyone knows, and you hate to talk about it, but like, I think you should just cut ties. And it sucks because Coots and Briere play back together. You know, back when Briere played for the Flyers too, right? So
Really?
yeah, man, absolutely, yeah. So
Wow, I didn't know.
It's got to be tough for Briere too, right? Knowing that your captain, is not producing and everyone's talking about it. Like, he's supposed to be your number one guy. Yeah, great on faceoffs though, absolutely. But he's just slow as shit. He looks like he's 60 out there. Not like physically, but he just looks slow.
In hockey,
Yeah, he kind of just reminds you of Kevin Hayes. Like, there's no hustle, you know. But
that's kind of sad because wasn't he all kind of about hustle, defensive?
I feel like he was, man. But you know, after you have a bad back injury, I'm sure that's not tough to come back from. Right?
Yeah,
those
surgeries.
He probably still lives with pain, right? I'm sure any hockey player does when you have that kind of injury, but yeah, it is what it is, man.
Who would want him though? Because even if you eat half the salary, it's 5 years, man. 5.
I mean, 5 years at $3 million, or even 4. I mean, you throw a pick in there, guy wins you faceoffs.
Yeah,
I don't know. He'd be a good fourth line.
Maybe a good third, fourth liner.
Yeah, he would be. He's not going to be your top 6. He's going to be your bottom 6. He's going to win you them faceoffs. You'll have 55% and higher. He's good.
Yeah, he can win you important draws.
Absolutely, man. Totally.
You know,
it's
probably
crucial.
Probably help you in the playoffs too, a little bit too, when the game slows down.
I think so. Yeah. So
that'll be interesting. You think this is going to happen this year, or I don't even like at the end by this summer, or is it just status quo? Just keep him in the lineup moving forward.
I think you're. Man, who knows? It's going to have to be whatever best for business, I think, as the playoffs approach us. And if he keeps being, playing with this kind of level, maybe they'll just, find a spot from somewhere else.
That'd be nice.
It would be good for the team overall as a business move. Yeah. It's tough, though.
Yeah. Well, I think that's enough for Philly. Do you want to let's touch on some things around the NHL? Mikko Rantanen, dude, man. So listening to 32 Thoughts, okay, or actually I didn't. No, I listened to some of it, but I was reading. He also does a nice little article, Elliot Friedman, and he says he feels like if Carolina feels that Mikko Rantanen may test free agency and not re-sign with this team, that he may actually be dealt at the deadline again. He has struggled to produce, and I don't think this has any I don't think this is a reason why they would move him. I think it would purely if he was not going to resign. But he's got 1 goal, 1 assist in 6 games so far with the Canes. So to his standard, pretty low. While Martin Akash is playing really, really well. He's got 3 goals, 8 points in 7 games. But yeah, I don't think it would have anything to do with Rantanen's play. It would have strictly to do with the contract issue, right? Like if he's not going to re-sign, then time to trade him. Like how crazy would that be for Mikko Rantanen to get traded not once, but twice in the same season?
Oh,
Absolutely
I would love
wild.
to see that. I would love to see that happen. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of Carolina, you know. I have nothing against them. I don't know what it is. I would love to see him go back to Colorado. He played better with the boys, but I would like to see him get traded again. That'd be just good news.
It'd be wild. It'd be wild.
It'd be crazy.
But yeah, I know.
Nakis, man. Nakis is a stud. I think he's going to do well in Colorado. So.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Hi, how's Taylor Hall doing?
I don't even know. Do you want to look that up?
Yeah.
Let's take a look because I know a lot of people calling this guy trash. I mean, I don't know
who.
Well, just Chicago fans. I mean, you know, like I'm just.
I think he's kind of like Patrik Laine.
You think so?
I don't know. I don't know. He was supposed to be such a good player, and I feel like when he got traded from the Oilers, I feel like his confidence just went downhill.
But he won Hart Trophy.
He was a great player, man.
No, but like his first year in New Jersey, he won the Hart.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
with 90-some points.
I keep forgetting he played for Jersey. That's right. No, he lit it up.
Yeah, but just for 1 year, and
Idiot.
then it was kind of inconsistent after that again.
That's too bad.
I thought he would fit well. Yeah, he's from Calgary.
He's from Calgary,
dude. Man, I used to hear stories about him going to Lethbridge.
Lethbridge.
Yeah,
so did I. Getting into fights.
Yeah, getting into fights.
What's that?
Wild Bills? Is that what it is?
Wild Bill. I don't know. No, Boss Hogs.
Boss Hogs. Yeah, you're right.
Boss Hogs.
Hogs. Jeez, eh? God, Lethbridge, baby.
So Taylor Hall in the last
was he got anything?
So in the last 5 games, he's had 1 point.
Yeah, an assist, not even a goal.
Just 1 assist.
Yeah, well, okay. So all you Chicago fans who are giving me a hard time when I said that they could have got more for Taylor Hall, maybe you're right. Maybe Taylor Hall sucks, and I was wrong, but whatever.
I wouldn't say sucks. That's a strong word.
It is.
I would just say he's just... I don't know. He needs
he's getting older. He's getting older too, right? Like he's.
But he's a physical guy. Like he looks like he's in shape.
Oh yeah,
looks like
big
he's
boy.
always kind of built. Yeah, totally.
How
210.
How old is he though? Like 20, 35?
33.
33.
33.
So not too old, but I mean,
good career though. You know, he's 722 points in 883 games. That's not bad.
That's really good. Hasn't played 1,000 games, eh?
Injuries, man.
Injuries, yeah.
Injuries. He's had a lot of injuries.
Yeah, you're right.
I think he's only played two full seasons in his 15-year career.
Wow.
That's awful.
15 years too, eh? Wow. Anyways, all right. Well, moving on from Carolina, from Rantanen. Geez. I know this is kind of like trade rumor heavy, but Alex Tuch, Tampa Bay is eyeing Alex Tuch, and says they're very interested in this guy. Tuch has 18 goals, 40 points in 53 games, plus 15 on a team that sucks. I mean, 28 years old, 6'4", 220. I mean, it's not just Tampa. Apparently, there's other teams that want this guy, and I mean, I don't blame them.
He's a big boy.
He's amazing.
Big boy. Yeah, he's a great player.
Great player. I absolutely love Alex Tuch. If Montreal could swing a deal for Alex Tuch, I would be over the moon. This kid is unreal, man. He's so passionate. He plays so hard, physical. He'll fight. He scores goals.
Yeah,
he does it all, man. He's kind
of like Miller in a way. And he seems like a positive, happy guy.
Oh, man.
He's always smiling, you know? I think he's good for the team, you know?
Oh.
Is he Canadian?
No, he's American. He's from New York. He's from I think he's from Rochester. So like
So him and his
upstate
brother,
New York,
both from Rochester.
upstate New
man.
York. So he
Awesome.
grew up a Sabres fan, a hardcore
that's
Sabres fan. So I mean, so when they brought Alex Tuch in, he was obviously in the deal for what's his name, Jack Eichel.
Eichel?
Yeah,
Eichel.
like he came, and the attitude that he brought was just pure excitement, man. He was so happy to be in Buffalo, happy to turn this team around, or to help turn this team around. He was going to Buffalo Bills games. He said, you know, he was just so happy to be here, or be in Buffalo, and I think he still is. There's been no signs of him, you know, there's been no signs that he's not happy or that he wants to get traded or anything like that. I haven't heard anything. I can understand why people are interested in him, but I don't know, man. I don't know if Buffalo is ready just to blow this shit up and start over again, because they have such good pieces. They've blown this. They've started this rebuild over 1 million times here, so it's or so it feels, right? So I don't know if they're willing just to get rid of Tuch, Cousins, just to take 10 steps backwards. I don't think that's going to happen. I can't see them trading Alex Tuch, but if Buffalo is going to trade Alex Tuch, Montreal Canadiens, go get Alex Tuch. Go get Alex Tuch.
He's gonna want to re-sign and get a big contract, right? 28 is that perfect age just to get a nice 6-year contract.
How many years? Oh, he's got 1 year left on his deal after this one. So yeah. Yeah, so this will be his monster contract, and he'll get paid. He'll get paid for sure. Moving on from Tuch, though, I mean, I think he's a great fit for a lot of teams, obviously. But Alex Ovechkin creeping in on Gretzky's record, just 16 goals away now from passing Wayne Gretzky's all-time goal record of 894. His latest goal came against your Philadelphia Flyers Thursday night. Barring injury, he's got 28 games to get it done. Don't you feel like, I don't know if it's just you or it's just me, or if it's me, I don't know, but like, do you feel like, I don't know, it feels like the impossible just kind of just like, he just keeps getting it done. Like, every time I do the math, I'm just like, oh, it's a little far away, and then it's just like, oh, he's 20 goals away. He's 16. It's like, next week it's gonna be like 10.
Attitude. Yeah, man. He has what in yesterday's goal, just how he leans into his shot, and I think he has like a 120 flex. Dude, it's just hard and fast. Like, he's just elite. I think he'll pass it this year and probably get another 20, 30 goals next year. Simple as that, man. I think I'm not sure what his plans is. I mean, I'm sure he does want to play in the KHL, retire there.
Do you think so?
I think he will. Absolutely. I think all the greats usually go back to the K. So,
yeah.
I mean, he's a patriot for Russia. You know, he loves Mother Russia. I think he'll definitely go back. I just wonder, though, will he stay, with Capitals? I feel like
for one more year,
any team would love to have him in playoffs. Power play. Just stay in your spot.
Yeah.
Just stay there and shoot. Yeah, I'm happy for him, man. He's just such a play. He's a guy that brings you just happiness, excitement, energy, and he's tough. He's like what? He's 6'4". He's heavy. He's like what? Almost 240.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
guy.
he's 6'4". I don't know how big he is. I know he's like 220 something. I believe.
Yeah, I think he's heavier than that, John. I know for sure. I think he's 6'4", 240. Let's take a look here, John.
6'4", that would blow. 6'3", 240. Okay.
6'3", 240.
Jeez, that's huge, man. That's
39, and dude,
and he's got that dad strength,
190 points. Oh, dude. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think he definitely does it this year. I think he definitely does it, man. He's got 28 games. The way he's been scoring, he'll do it. No problem.
I'm happy for him.
Me too, man. I am happy for him. I don't know about him getting traded. I don't think he'll ever get traded. I think he's going to retire a Capital. He got his cup. I think I don't know that'll be a good question, man. Like if he does reach the if he does break the record this year, does he stay for another season or is he done? He walks away. This team is so good right now. It might entice him to stay a little longer.
It's crazy, man, what they've done this year. Like, they were not supposed to be the number one contender in the league. They weren't. And Logan Thompson playing such good goal, and even Lindgren, just the duo. Yeah. And they picked up Dubois. They picked up a few other studs. McMichael's picked it up. Tom Wilson's scoring goals. I'm like, man, like they're doing great. But they're not a young team either, though, So
yeah, I think they've done a good job of
really
bringing up the young guys and having those still having those vets there. So I think they're going to transition well into like the post Ovi era. I think they're going to transition. Whereas like someone like Pittsburgh, I think they're not going to transition nicely into after Crosby and Melton and Letang hang it up. I think their transition back to greatness will be a very tough one.
Well, you look at their top 10 players, man, like they're all scoring goals. Like they're all 52 to 21 points, You have four guys on the team with 40 plus points. Mm-hmm. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's amazing what they're doing. So
man.
Yeah, so happy for them and happy for Ovi, obviously. But I think that does it for another episode of the Barely Onside Podcast. Thanks for listening and watching. Please follow us on Facebook and TikTok at Barely Onside Podcast. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can also listen to us on Spotify.